Their tagline is a labor of love, and anyone experiencing the delectable offerings of Keegan Kreations in Plymouth and Kingston would agree that they put the love into the labor of fine desserts. Here's the story.
So I came to the United States when I was 16 years old. My very first job actually at Blueberry Muffin at Kingston. There used to be a Chinese restaurant called Hunan Gourmet Restaurant. I was bussing table there and I hardly speak English. And I remember it was very scary because it's my first time come to the United States. It's learning the culture, learning the languages and learning everything myself. So I found it very challenging, and it's also very fun as well. I kind of tell myself that I think I want to live here for the rest of my life. I have a really interesting background because I never baked since I'm a kid. I don't have a story like, like people say they bake with the grandma or the mom loved to bake, things like that. Because my family are really healthy. They never allowed me to eat dessert. So I don't know what dessert is until I came to the United States. And I remember the first time I have dessert when I was at New York City, and there was a creme brulee. Then I eat it and I thought, this dessert is amazing, because I thought, how do this dessert they're able to make them is caramelized sugar on the top and it's so silky and soft in the middle. So I went home and I try to experiment myself to see how can I make the dessert. I went to a fellowship friends gathering. So I thought, okay, that's the only thing I know how to make is creme brulee. So I bring it to the party, and then everyone was raised about that dessert. Everyone come to me and goes like, are you a pastry chef? Like, your creme brulee is amazing. Do you know how to make this? Where do you work? And I say, I don't know how to make brownies, nothing. I only know how to make creme brulee. That's the only thing I know how to make. They was like, maybe you should consider to become a pastry chef. And I say, oh no. I was like, no, I don't want to work in the kitchen. I don't see myself working in the kitchen. Then they were like, but your creme brulee is really good. And I thought, maybe you're just being nice to me. Then I just, but that thing stayed in my mind for a very long time. So my friend and I went to Johnson & Wales and took a tour. And then I get a chance to get into the Johnson & Wales and learn how to bake. And I remember my first class, it was a cake class, and it was a long day and it's tiring. But then when I go home, before I went to bed, and I still remember I have a smile on my face. And I say, hey, I really enjoy my day, and I think I want to do this for the rest of my life. I work in a few different hotels until my last job that I worked was Lenox, Massachusetts in Burgess, named Wheatley Hotel. And that's where I met my wife. The first time we went out for a date, then I shared with her my dream is to open my own bakery and cafe. And I asked her, do you have a dream? And she said, I don't really have a dream, but your dream is my dream. And it's really sweet and it's really nice of her to say that to me. And she is I want to say she's probably my biggest fans of all of the, support. She always encouraged me and she always wanted me to do good. And I remember she told me then how do we get there, right? In the meantime, she and I was really brave because we quit our full-time jobs, because if we don't do it all at once, it's very hard for us to do full-time and then look for business, right? And then we start going to farmers market. And then we both thinking about, so what should we bring to the farmers market? Because should we sell cupcakes, or should we sell banana bread, or should we sell croissant, or what should we sell? Because we really don't know. And then when we arrived, and Yiling looked at me, she's like, but we don't have a cash box though. And we don't have cash. What about if people buy something? We don't have change, right? What are we gonna do? And then when I went to the bank, I put in my ATM card and I saw I only have $20 cash in my saving account. Then I'm like, oh no, I don't know what to do because I can't take any cash out. But then in the same time, I prayed, God, what about you can turn this $20 into $200 for me today? And I say that prayer because I was like, I don't know what to do because I really give it all in because this is my one bet. And then we go back and I didn't tell my wife about that because I don't want her to worry. And I just start selling things. And the first customer come in, give us $5, no change. And second person, $10, no change. Until the end of the day, we made $200. We don't have to make change at all. Then I think within 25 minutes, we sold out all the croissant. And we still have cupcakes and banana bread left. Then obviously at the end of the day, we're like, I guess we're making croissant. I guess we should make that as our specialties. The second week, we go back to the farmers market. And then all the customers come in, they are straight to our table. They're like, I want your croissant, do you have them today? We can already see regular customer return and buy our croissant. We spent 2 years to go to farmers market for 5 different farmers market in a week. And only my wife and I, we do dishes, we load all the croissant to the car, we drive to like from Lexington to Cambridge to Braintree to Kingston, until one day we went to Kingston Farmers Market and someone tell me like, have you ever considered to open your bakery in Plymouth? Cause I'm like, Plymouth? I actually never been to Plymouth. I've been to United States for almost 27 years. I actually never been to Plymouth for once. And then immediately, Elaine and I fall in love with that town. I can see she's like jumping and singing in the same time. Then I found peace in my heart as well. Then when we go home, I start searching for, is there any bakery or any shop that is available in Plymouth? And we found one. And when we walk inside, Elaine and I were like, oh, we should put espresso machine here. We should put table here. We should do this. And so fast that she and I would just look at each other like, oh, like, I feel like you already think that this is gonna be your shop, the way you tell me, the way I talk to her. Like, feel like both of us just already know this is gonna be our shop. But then I remember I only have $9,000 in my savings. We reach out to a company called Mainvest. They help you to raise capital from a different investor, and then we pay them back with interest that they made. And I think in 2 months, our goal is to raise $100,000 to build this storefront in Plymouth. And then in 2 months, we raised $96,000 from 100 different investors. And it's just amazing how we see all these people who support us, help us to make that dream come true. 3 years ago, the COVID finally over. I mean, the worldwide, right? My wife and I finally able to travel to China to visit her parents. Her mom just seeing her is like, you lost a lot of weight. And what did you do in the United States? You must be really tired. You can't work like that all the time. I know you love your business. Let's go for a physical checkup, see how's everything with you. And the report came back, it's all kinds of problems. Her body is telling her that she's overworked. And I was like, oh no, like how am I supposed to tell them? Because like, that must be I did a bad job because I didn't really take good care of her. That's why she have all kinds of problems, right? We postponed our trip flying back to Boston because the doctor want her to stay there. Her mom also prefer her to get treatment in China because she can spend time with her. We announced it in social media, say we're gonna postpone our trip for another 2 months or so. And to be honest, at that moment, I thought I'm gonna sell my business because I was like, I don't think it's worth it because we started from she telling me her dream is my dream, then now why end up she have to suffer her health because of my business, our business. So Yini, what do you think about we should sell our business because I feel like your health is more important to me? And she immediately tell me, she's a strong woman. She say, no. She's like, heck no. She's like, we're not selling our business. She's like, this is our baby. And we work so hard for that to build this brand. There's no way we're gonna sell this business. And then I have the thought that, what about I call my team in Boston and say, hey, you guys wanna try to run this shop with me? And surprisingly, they all like really happy. They all like, yes, we would love to do that. Absolutely. Please don't worry about us. We will make that happen, and please stay in China as long as you need. So make sure Yiling is fine. So we started for weekends, and I tell them what you need to do, and very soon they're used to it. It gives me a different idea of running my business. maybe I should turn this business in a different way. Like I shouldn't think about I need to be there all the time or I need to be like control everything all the time, right? Because I need to start learning to let go a little trust and teach them and guide them. I want to open a second store because of the whole experience in China and all the team are doing really well. And I can see that small little store, all the team members are running out of space for them to grow. Now having 2 locations, I want to say from full-time to part-time, we have 27 employees now. I have half of my employees that they are teenager, right? Every morning I see the parents drop them off at the front and then they wave me. And I think that wave to me is like telling me that I'm dropping off my baby to you. And to me, it's like they trust me to train them, put them in a safety place. Last year, we just add on health insurance benefit for our staff. In the future, very soon that my staff will have 401k retirement plan. Like, I always feel that I have a responsibility for the next generation. And then again, like the community, especially after we open this shop, that all the South Shore community come to us and tell me they appreciate we open a cafe here. I think this is probably one of my favorite questions today because I always think that I have so much to learn and I always think that I'm not done enough as a business owner to my team. I can't think this business just for me anymore because it's like, if I do well, that means they do well. That's why that make me have a good night's sleep.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw and want to stay up to date with our latest content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to make sure you never miss out on the amazing discussions, insights, and entertainment we bring your way. And hey, if you find value in today's video, be sure to give a thumbs up by smashing that like button. We'll see you next time.